Hey everybody, I'm Justin with PumpPal here, and if you're looking to learn how to log your workouts, you found the right video. I'm going to give you the explainer how you can log your workouts using PumpPal, my app for the App Store or in the App Store. If you want to follow along and check out the app, go ahead and go to your App Store, go to search for PumpPal. It should be under PumpPal Physical Activity Logs. You can follow along and press the buttons as we explain what's going on, or you can just watch the video and learn more about the app and how to log your workouts. But let's go ahead and get started. All right. So if you download the app, you gotta register. Once you're registered, it'll bring you to this screen here. And what this screen is your plans. The plans go by the week, so you can set up a plan for Monday. You can set up a plan Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right. Whatever you choose. If you want to add a new plan, right, what you're going to want to, if you want to log your workouts, you want to hit the plus button on the top right, and that should bring you to a new screen like this. And you want to give your plan a name. You can, whatever you plan to do. Like, say if you're going to do, you're going to work out your chest, or you're going to do bench press or whatever like that. You can name it like chest day, right? And then select which day you're going to wait, which day you're going to do it from the drop down menu. Generally, people do chest days on Monday, but that's how you do it. You make the decision what you want to do, then you hit add plan, and it'll bring you back to the screen, and then your plan will be in the list, right? So let's say you did the chest day Monday, right? If you select that in the list, it'll bring you to the plan overview screen, right? So in here in my picture, we already have a couple examples. We have a bench press with 3 sets, cable chest flies, push-ups, running outdoor. So on that day, those are the exercises I'm going to be doing, right? If you want to add a new exercise, you just simply click Add Exercise, and you're going to get a little prompt, and this is unique to PumpPal here. Um, it'll ask you what type of exercise you plan to do. You can do weight training, which involve, if you select weight training, on the next screen, you're only going to be shown, when you search for an exercise, you're only going to be shown exercises that involve weights, right? It's a way to kind of filter them out a little bit. Let's say you don't have access to a gym, or even if you do have access to a gym and you want to, you can do body weight training. So when you select this, only body weight options are shown in the list, right? If you want to do cardio, you can select cardio. Not everyone's just lifting weights, so you got to get that heart pumping sometimes, and it'll show you only cardio options, right? And then there's stretching and mobility. And of course, you want to keep stretching, especially as you get older, unless you want to be stiff as a board, right? So that's how that functions. Once you go in there, you add your exercise, and it's added back to the list. Another way you can make exercises if you wanted to, especially, I mean, chances are if you're looking up this video, how to track your workouts, you're probably new, right? And you probably don't know exactly what you want to do. So check out the plan builder, right? If you see in the bottom of the screen, the big red button, begin here, let's build your plan. Utilize that. If you select that, it'll go ahead and open up a plan builder for you. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to ask you a couple questions to get a feel for where you're at. And the first one's going to be, what is your fitness level, right? Chances are you're in the beginner category if you're looking up how to track your workouts. So you might want to select beginner, but generally beginner is someone who's never worked out. Maybe you're someone that worked out for 2 weeks and you gave up for 6 months, worked out for 2 weeks, gave up for 3 months. You get the drift. You never really consistently started doing it, right? Intermediate would be someone lifting for about 1 to 2 years who have consistently done it. Advanced would be 2 years, plus, right? Once you decide on which fitness level you fall into, you want to select how many days a week you want to work out, right? Generally, people work out like 3 days a week. Serious lifters sometimes do like 5-day splits, 6-day splits. Beginners can do that too. Just decide about what can you dedicate, for the week. How many days a week can you go? And be reasonable with yourself. Select that day, click next, and you'll be brought to this screen. What is your primary goal? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain muscle? Are you trying to just maintain your health? Like some people don't really want to lose weight or gain weight. Maybe they like where they're at. They just want to maintain it, keep their heart pumping, keep their heart healthy, keep those muscles active. You can select general health. Gain muscle would be someone that wants to get bigger. Generally, the skinnier guys, they want to get bigger. Losing weight tends to be the bigger guys, right? Select which one you fall into, and then select next. And you'll be brought to this screen. Do you have access to the gym, right? Not everyone has access to the gym. I know when I was younger in college, I couldn't afford a gym membership. There was no Planet Fitness for $10 a month at a time. I did a lot of bodyweight workouts, right? So I did a lot of them, and I got in pretty good shape just doing bodyweight stuff. So you can definitely get in shape without a gym. If you have access to a gym, even better. You can definitely get stronger in a gym. If you don't, you want to select home option. If you want to do outdoor only, you can select outdoor only, and that's going to focus more on like running and cardio type stuff and some bodyweight training. Choose which one you want and click next. And you're going to be given, depending on the options you have selected through the plan builder, three options on what you can do, right? So the first option that's default selected is full body gym, which will focus on compound lifts 3 days a week, hitting your full body each day. The second one will be 3 days a week also, and it will focus on working with just machines, right, in the gym. Maybe you don't want to do free weights, you want to work with machines, you can do that. Another one will be dumbbell only full body, and essentially allows you to use only dumbbells and works out your full body with those dumbbells. Once you decide what you want, you click use plan, and it'll populate your plan screen with all the exercises, or sorry, all the plans and exercises it created for you. And then, like, if you're not happy with the days, maybe it made Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can change the days. Just edit that plan, go inside of it, change which day it's on. But it'll set up a plan for you. So if you're new, you're not even sure how to get started with the plan, go in the plan builder, get yourself a plan started. With the plan builder, that's probably going to be your easiest route to start logging your workouts. Then, once you finally have a plan set up, you select your plan. Whatever you have set here will kind of show you what you're going to be doing that day. On the bottom there, you hit start workout. And then it'll bring you into your workout where you can log what you're doing. And inside here, you'll see that you'll have the name of the exercise. If you're not sure how to do, like, especially if you're new, you're not sure how to do the exercise, you can click the instructions button, and it'll give you a list of instructions how to do the exercise. Once then you can go back in here, and essentially what you want to do is you got to enter how much weight you lifted and how many times you did it, and then once you did that, you click save, and it'll play a rest timer, right? So it's the amount of time you're not lifting weights at all. You're just taking a rest and letting your muscles like get ready to do another set, pretty much. And then once the rest timer's up, it'll play a sound, and you can do your next set, and you do your next set, and how many times you did that weight. Then your third set, how many times you did that weight. And then once you're in the third one, as soon as you hit save set, it automatically goes into your next exercise you're supposed to do. Same thing, save your sets, do your stuff, goes into your next one, and then until it finally gets done with your workout, and I'll let you know your workout summary, how long it took you, how much weight you lifted. And I want to add in adding in your reasons. I'll get to your reasons later. It's kind of a different feature, but I'll talk about that a little later. But that's essentially how you would log your workouts, right? And then every one of those plans, whenever you go back into a plan, it always remembers the last amount of weight you lifted and how many reps you actually lifted. So that's the beauty of using an app to track your workouts, right? Nice, convenient, quick to do. You always have your phone on you anyways. Log your workouts this way. Now that you know how to log your workouts, I want to show you some more cool features in PumpPal that you can use for your fitness journey here. The first one being you can track your progress photos. Let me pull this up. And this is great, especially if you're just starting out and you want to see your progress. What this allows you to do is take progress photos, right? You see here, we already have a list of, in the picture, we have a list of progress photos here. You can take pictures of your front, your side, and your back. If you want to take a picture of, or you want to upload a new picture, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself, sorry. If you're unsure of how to take progress photos, on the top here, we have like a button that says tips, tools, and recommendations. If you select that, it'll explain exactly what you should do, when you should take these pictures, what time of day you should take the pictures, what you can order and buy to help you take better progress photos. So I'm not going to go into too much detail of how to take the progress photo because that explains it very well in there. Just take a look. But I'm going to show you how to, upload pictures and take the pictures. Okay, so let's go ahead and say you want to upload a picture you already have on your phone. Maybe you started your progress photos already and want to upload them. There's a little plus button here on the top right. You want to select that. Um, on the newer versions of the app, I got to take a new picture here, but on the newer version of the app, we don't have a separate button for camera in the plus. It's one button, the plus button, and then it gives you the option to use your camera or upload the file. So if you're going in the app today, just know that's what it looks like. You just both options are in the plus button, so use that plus button. But let's say you hit the plus button and you're going to upload a picture from your phone, right? You go ahead and upload the picture. You're going to be presented with this screen here, right? And it shows the picture you have. It has the taken on date. If you uploaded it, maybe you can change that date if you want to whatever date you actually took it. If you use the camera to instantly get a picture, it'll automatically set today's date there. You can change it if you want to, but it'll be that day. I mean, you took the picture that day. It should be the correct date, right? And then you select which pose it is. You can be the front shot, a side shot, or the back shot, right? And then if it's a nice picture, you like it, you can add it as your favorites. You can mark it as private, and what private does, it only saves the photo to the device. It never sends it to the server, so it never leaves your phone. Just so you know, though, if you subscribe and you're marking these as private, it will not sync the photos to the server, so it kind of defeats the purpose of that. So be aware that if you set it to private, it only saves to your phone. Then directly below that, you're going to go ahead and write it in the notes. Maybe a few weeks went by, you notice your love handles came down. That's good news. You can write a note about that photo and hit save. Once you hit save, it'll bring it into the progress photos screen and it'll be added to the list, right? What's cool about this, over time, you can compare your progress. So whenever you take your first front shot, whenever you take your first side shot, and whenever you take your first back shot, it remembers those, right? And it knows which ones you took first. And then directly to the left of the camera button is the compare button. If you select compare, it'll bring up a new screen like this. And you can compare your oldest picture to your newest picture side by side. As you can see in the top, we have front, side, and back, right? So this one's the front shot comparison. If you select side, it will then show your side shot, right? And then if you select your back, it will compare your back shots. Pretty cool feature in here, especially if you're just starting out. Definitely start using those progress photos. It's going to help you stay motivated. Why would it help you stay motivated? Let's say let's say you're trying to lose weight, right? And the scale stayed the same for 2 weeks. You're at 225, trying to get down to 200, let's say. But then you go in these progress photos and you keep taking these progress photos and you can visually see the difference. You had body recomposition. So you're still moving towards your goal. You're not getting frustrated when things like that happen because you can see visual progress, right? Definitely take advantage of that. Free in PumpPal. I might turn it into a paid feature later. Right now it's free. Check it out. Cool feature. Another thing you can do in progress photos too, you can filter. The filter button just to the left of the compare button will allow you to filter by your front shots, so you only see your front shots, your back shots, side shots. If you mark something as your favorite, you can mark it as your favorite, or only see your favorites. So just to know that's just a filter button. So when you start to get a lot of photos, you can filter through them, right? So something else in the app that's cool is the body measurements, and it kind of coincides with the same concept of progress photos. Let me get the screen up here. This allows you to take the physical measurements of your body, right? If you're not sure how to take measurements, on the top, once again, you have tips, tools, and recommendations. Hit that button. It gives you all the instructions how to do this correctly, the different tools you can get to measure these things correctly. Check that out. I won't go into too much detail on those in the video. Just going to explain the feature as it is in the app. If you want to know where to measure, you can click the Show Measurements picture. And it'll give you a diagram of where you can measure on your body. So you kind of have an idea where you should be measuring in these measurements. And then on this screen, if you hit the plus button, you can add a new measurement, right? And it'll display this type of screen. And then you take in your weight, you got in the scale, you weigh 250. Body fat percentage, 25%. You can measure your waist size, your hip size, your chest, your neck, your left bicep, your quads, your calves. You want to take all these measurements now, right? Once again, if you're not sure how, tips, tools, and recommendations, and it'll tell you how to do this and what you need to do this. Okay, and then once you have it, it'll be added to the list of measurements. It always remembers your first measurement, the same concept as the progress photos. You can then, over time, hit the compare button in the top right and compare your measurements to your first measurement. So, in this example, you went down 5 pounds and you lost 3% body fat, right? Where this is also helpful, once again, the scale might stay the same for a couple weeks, right? You might be getting frustrated about that. But then when you come in and you do your measurements, you notice maybe your weight stayed the same, but your body fat percentage went down, right? It went down 3%. Well, that means you had body recomposition. You put some muscle on and you lost some fat, and that is the reason why you still weigh the same. That's a good thing, right? That's what your goal should be if you're working out, right? Or let's say, like, maybe your body fat stayed the same, your weight stayed the same, but your arms got bigger, right? Well, that's a good thing. I mean, if you're working out, you want bigger arms, or maybe your chest got bigger. This allows you to see those numbers very closely beyond just the scale's weight. And maybe you don't even see it in your progress photos, but then you come in here, you can see a quarter inch was removed from your waist, right? It's just another way to track and measure what's actually going on with your body to keep you motivated beyond the scale, right? Definitely a cool feature. Check it out. Once again, free in PumpPal, and you can use this feature. One other thing I want to mention too about PumpPal that's unique to it is the reasons feature. And essentially, what this is a list of reasons why you're doing this in the first place, right? Maybe you want to build strength. Maybe you're starting to date and you want to look better, so dating's easier. Maybe you want to, just improve your health. Figure out your reasons why you're doing this, right? And then when you lose motivation, you can come back to your reasons, reread them. Maybe you're feeling like not going to the gym today, whatever. Open your reasons, read the reasons, go to the gym. Maybe you're about to cheat on your diet. You're thinking about it. Open your reasons, read them again, so you don't cheat on your diet. It's to help keep you motivated and not forget why you're doing it in the first place. If you can't figure out any reasons, you can hit the presets button just to get you started. And it'll give you a list of preset reasons. Build strength, lose weight, improve mental health, increase energy. Maybe your doctor recommended this. Be a role model for your family. Remember, perform better in sports. Gain confidence, right? They're all valid reasons why you should keep going. Heart health, whatever it is, whatever your reason is. Sometimes I think of a reason out of random, and I'll go and I'll put my reason in. So definitely check it out. Cool feature to keep you motivated and keep going with your gym progress. I also want to mention, as I'm a small developer here, I'm currently by myself building this, advertising this. I do have a promotion currently for a lifetime membership. It is super cheap. It's only $39.99. Most apps in the App Store are charging $150 to $200 for a lifetime membership. This is only $39.99 as I'm trying to get the funds together to keep working on this app. What you get out of it is not only that cheap price, but you also get no ads. You get grandfathered in future features. You get a one-time payment, that $39.99. And once again, this is a limited time. It's a very possible by the end of this year I'm going to have a subscription model, and I'm going to have a much more expensive lifetime membership because I can't afford to keep selling it for that price. So definitely take advantage of that. Also, you get to sync across devices, right? So essentially, if you have a phone and a tablet, if you sign into both of them, the data will be the same on both. If you ever get a new phone, all you have to do is log into the app and it remembers all your workouts, your plans, and then syncs those onto your device. Super cool. You get to sync everything up. Great price. Definitely consider it if you like the app. Otherwise, I would also mention here, I don't have a picture, but in the menu, there's a feedback section. If you see anything wrong with the app, something's not working like as it should, or you feel like it should, send me feedback on that. Let me know. I will respond to you within 24 hours on an issue like that. If you have an idea for the app, right, go ahead in the feedback, let me know that idea. I'll respond within 24 hours. If you, let's say you watch this video, you check out the app, and you're not going to use the app. Feedback. Just let me know quick why you would want to use the app. I want to make an app that people enjoy and want to use and continue using into the future. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this video. Definitely go ahead to your app store, check out PumpPal, check it out. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe to this channel. I do a lot of content on the app. I'll be talking about new features when they come out. Um, and I also don't only do like the app videos. I do like recipe videos like that I'm trying out. I'm trying to do more fun content too. So do like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I think I covered what I wanted to cover. And you all have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.